Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Stefan Seguin, your sales coach. Are you ready to learn today's lesson about B2B sales and what gurus don't talk about? Are you ready? Let's go. So what is B2B sales? B2B sales is selling from your business to another business. Some know this, some don't. However, B2B sales is not as simple as what most gurus talk about. As a matter of fact, gurus don't talk about this. They very seldom do, and there's a reason why. Because most coaches talk about quick fixes, snazzy lines, objections, how to reframe the customer's attitude or responses to an objection. B2B sales is a lot more complex than that. So guess what? If you are new to B2B sales, the thing to remember, B2B sales is a lot longer process to sell. So how do you sell to B2B? Great question. Selling to B2B first is understanding who those clients are and how your company can service them. Once you understand who those clients are, then it's a question of meeting the right decision maker within the corporation. Initially, the decision maker you think may be the decision maker may in actual fact not be. They may be a powerful influencer within the group. What's the difference between an influencer and a decision maker? If you're not sure, I'll talk about that a little later. So when you have that meeting with that customer, at first, it's understanding. It's asking questions more so than delivering solutions. It's understanding, first of all, why they reached out to you or why they accepted to meet with you today. The other key question is understanding what those business challenges are. Many times, these customers, because they don't have trust in you yet, will give you surface level pains. Very easy stuff to see how you react, to see if you're going to jump in and provide a solution right away. If you're thinking that, I would tell you stop. Take a moment. Take a step back. Now's the ideal time to ask greater, deeper questions. These are pain discovery questions. Questions like, Mr. Customer, how long has this been going on? Mr. Customer, how has this impacted your business? Mrs. Customer, how has that affected your market share? Mrs. Customer, how is that affecting your brand? Questions like these and many others will lead to first understanding clearly what the business challenges are. And when you do a great job, what happens? Well, guess what? You may even uncover, and this is a high likelihood, uncover business challenges your clients didn't even know they had. Now, if you're able to do that, the level of confidence in you that might be here, all of a sudden rises drastically. This is where you build and start building an authority in that customer's mind about your abilities to help them. Now, how else can you take this further in the discussion? As you have this first meeting and you gather this information, it's essential that you ask this other question. Are there other people within the organization that would need to be engaged with us so that we can get their points of view as well? In all likelihood, if you've built that trust in the beginning, your customer will certainly say yes, and we need to schedule another meeting. Based on my nearly 3 decades of experience, many B2B sales have taken more than 6 months. They've gone as far as 18 months, depending on the complexity of the solution, at what level the organization is impacted by the solution you're planning to put in place. So remember, if you're new to B2B sales, take your time. This is not a one call close or a one meeting close. In my entire career, I believe I've had maybe 4 or 5 deals that actually closed in a one call or in one meeting. And there was a specific reason why that happened. Any ideas why that is? Well, let me tell you, And that was because it was a very urgent situation. The business and clients that they were serving could no longer be serviced, and therefore they needed a solution right there and then. So this is an example of one call close, but it seldom happens in B2B. In B2B sales, you have to figure it's anywhere from 3 months to 18 months. Again, who are you serving? How are you helping them? What solution are you bringing forth to the table? But more importantly, understanding their key business challenges. Who is affected by this problem in the organization? Within that, you will also have decision makers, you will have influencers, but you will also have power influencers. And believe it or not, some of these power influencers may not be who you think they are. These power influencers are oftentimes in the shadows. I've seen situations personally where a right-hand person that was working behind the scenes in the organization, i.e. a person who was receiving the calls, so an administrative assistant, who was very, very close to the president because she had been working with the president for years. And we came in and she did not like our approach. She did not like how we did not engage her in the way she felt was merited with the organization. And as that information got back to the president, we learned a very valuable lesson there. And we were moved out. So remember this, when you're selling B2B, everyone in the organization is either an adversary or, I would like to think, a supporter of your cause. But you need to understand who they are. So how would you do that? How would you go around that or about that? This way, make a map of who the key players are in your organization. Make a map of everyone you speak to in the organization and how they fit in. Ask questions. Understand, for example, their buying process. For example, Mrs. Customer, if you make a decision on working with us, and I'm not saying you are at this point, but if we work together and decide that it makes sense, what is your buying process? Can you explain that to me? And right there, you could see that it may take 4 weeks just to get a PO approved from senior leaders. Again, depending on the value of the deal. So why am I sharing this with you? Because this is critical for your success, especially when you're selling B2B. More importantly, if you're working with most reputable organization or an organization that's worth its weight, they'll be working with a CRM. They want to see your pipeline. They want to see pipeline progression. When you add that information into your pipeline in terms of the CRM and you map out your clients, guess where your level of credibility goes, especially if you're new to the organization. Being able to demonstrate who you're speaking with, being able to demonstrate how you are moving the deal forward. That is the recipe for success. Now, if you're curious and you want to know more about selling B2B, give me a follow, share, and like this video, and DM me. I'd love to chat with you and see how I can help you build the success that you want in B2B sales. I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Take care.